Hey y'all, it's Keisha from Imperial Custom Printing. How you doing? All right, I wanted to just make a really quick video. I'm gonna try and start doing more like how-to videos. Um, but this one is about using your quote process to make you stand out from your competition. And I felt like this was like a really good topic because it seems like something so small, but it can be it can make the biggest difference with people's experience with you from the beginning, you know? So what I mean by that is like I guess I'll just get right into it. So with my experience, like I've seen other people's quotes. So I've done research like on some of my competition, who I consider my competition around me with other shops. And I've noticed, thanks to that, and a lot of it from like customers coming to me that show me the quotes that they get from other people, that their quotes are just they're very basic. There's no real guidance in the quote. It's just like you see the customer requesting what they want, and the shop is like, it's like almost like a one-liner. Oh, well, it'll be this, and that's it. Maybe like a second option, and that's it. And it's just about a price. And that's it. It just stops. There's no continuation of anything to help the customer try and make the best decision. So that's one way that I stand out is like with my quotes. If someone comes to me and they're asking like, "Hey, I want a certain number of t-shirts for this event, um, how much is it going to be?" I'm going to answer that question, of course, and I'm going to tell them how much it is, but I'm not going to just like, "Oh, it'll be this." And I'm going to give them one option. I'm going to give them like a good, better, best option, or a best, a good, better, or a good, best. I'll give at least two options. I try to give three. And why I do that is because I want to focus on the customer having enough information to make the best decision for themselves. I'm here to guide them and provide them with options, but I'm also there to show them like why this option is, why am I giving you this second option? Like what's different between the second option and the first option? Well, this second option is 50-50. And if you're outside, then it's going to be more breathable, and it's going to keep you dry if you're sweating out there versus if you just get 100% cotton. People need to know that. They need to know those little details, and they're going to appreciate stuff like that. And so that's what I do. And I've found that people really appreciate when I do that. And I think it's just because, like, I don't know if other shops are just getting really lazy or they call themselves trying to be efficient with that. Maybe it's just because I'm small and I have the time to do stuff like that. I don't know. But all of my customers really appreciate it. And they always tell me, "Thank you for giving me so many options. I'm going to take this back to my team." And if they do decide to go with me, they go, "That was super helpful." Or they'll come back to me and ask me for more, which can be time consuming. But if you know that customer wants to order with you, it's worth it. You're giving them the best options. You're already starting them out on a good foot, like with a good like experience with you. It's already starting good just from that. So that's something that I really recommend people do. Don't just give people a price on something and say, "Okay, it'll be this much," and then that's it. Like tell them why. Tell them what the difference is. Like go into detail. Don't be afraid to do that, because the more you give them, the more they're going to value you and what you're bringing to the table for them. So they're going to be more likely to go with you versus the shop that's like, "Oh, well, it'll be this." And it's like, okay, well, you didn't tell me anything. So I recommend doing that. And another thing that I do in my quote process to make things like a little bit smoother for myself and my customer is I use my quote form to like answer as many questions up front as I can, so that we're not having 20, 30 emails trying to figure out what this person wants. And we're missing details because the email string is so long and we got to backtrack. I don't like that. It makes me less efficient. It makes them less efficient, especially if they're planning like an event. It's coming up, they're already stressed. They don't have time for the back and forth and all that stuff. And a lot of stuff can get confused and lost in the conversation that way. So I try to eliminate, as much of that as I can up front by making my quote form very thorough. Now, it's a little off-putting, I found, to some people that do that. It's not usually businesses that are off-put by it. It's regular customers, because I ask all kinds of stuff in my quote form. I have a diagram that says, "Hey, are you talking about right here, like in this area? Is it going to be in this area over here in the back?" And I have a white square so they know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no confusion. So, and I have like a color chart on there. I ask like, "What is it for? What's your budget?" All kinds of stuff like that, so that I don't have to go through and backtrack and say, "Hey, oh, I forgot to ask you what color shirts did you want? Oh, I forgot to ask you what sizes do you want? Is it going to be like a left chest or like a full chest?" Like, I don't have to double back and do that. So it makes me more efficient to get them the information they need quicker, and they can give me information without having to go back to their team or their, whoever it is they're working with. And it just creates more confusion that way, right? So I try to keep it to like as the least amount of touches as possible through email or through the quote. And so I found that that's another thing that people really appreciate me for, is like being very thorough up front. Because especially with the people that have ordered from me that are, like businesses or especially events, I find that they appreciate it the most because they're already under a lot of pressure. They're already on a time crunch. They have a ton of things, getting thrown at them. They just need it to be as quick as possible and, not wasting too much time talking about it. Just get it done. Here's the money and go. So they tend to appreciate that. And so if you're working with those kind of people, I definitely recommend getting a quote form that's got all those questions, as much of those questions as possible up front. Because there's a lot of shops in my area. And, I recommend, maybe if you want to see for yourself, go and research your competition, click on their quote forms and see what they're asking. But that's what I've done. And I know that like 90% of the people here in my area that I consider my direct competition don't ask those questions up front on their quote forms on their website. So their quote forms are usually just basic contact forms that anybody can have on their website. It's like name, address or name, phone number, and then a box for comments. And it's like, people don't know what they want. And so if you can give them some kind of guidance from the jump in the form, and then they can go, "Oh, wait, we need to know what sizes we need. Shoot, that's a good idea. Oh, yeah, we need to know how many colors are in the design. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, yeah, we need to know the color of the shirts and where the design is going to be put at, how many placements." Then you don't have to go back through email and go, "Oh, shoot, I forgot to ask you how many of this, how many of that. Oh, where is this going to go? What kind of shirts are you looking for? This and that." So that is definitely something that I recommend doing. And I think something else, like just me talking about this, I've realized that maybe I should ask like what kind of fabric do people prefer, and maybe not make that a mandatory question, because a lot of people don't know that. But if there are some people who have come to me and they say, "I specifically want 100% cotton. I specifically want polyester." And it's like, okay, so if that question's in there, maybe that'll make it even quicker for them, because I know that that's something I do have to double back and say, "Hey, do you have a preference for this?" Because that helps me give them the best options for what they're looking for. So I might add that tonight. I'm glad I thought of that. So take that from me. If you want to add that to your quote form, go for it. But I found that, as long as the quote form is really easy to move through, it doesn't really matter how much is on there, as long as it's easy to understand. It's easy for that person to move through the quotes, to move through that form to get you what you need. So those are like most of the ways that I use my quote process to stand out from my competition, because most of my competition aren't asking those questions up front. They're not doing that. And so the conversation is longer with them. So that's how I make it different. And people really appreciate that. And even over the phone, I may not be using my quote form at the time, but I'll know like what to ask. That way, by the time I send the email, I'm not having to double back and go, "Oh, I forgot while we were on the phone. What did you like? What kind of shirts? Like, what is this going to be used for? What's your budget?" I don't have to do any of that. I already know that stuff up front because I'm on the call. They call me and say, "Hey, is this the print shop?" "Yes, this is the print shop. How can I help you?" "Well, I need this." And then I go in. "Well, what's your budget? How many are you needing?" Da da da. And I recommend having those questions like laid out somewhere, or have it on a desk, your desktop, have it as a file, so that when people call, they're right there. You don't have to think about it. It can just be efficient. Boom, 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 knock it out. And then you can go ahead and either quote them on the phone or just say, "Hey, let me look into this and get this put together for you with some options, and I'll get back to you." Which is usually I go for number two, because I don't like to I found with myself, it's very hard for me to quote over the phone because of how I quote, because I give so many options and I explain stuff. So I don't really like to quote over the phone if I don't have to. I'll give like an estimate if people are really pushing me and they're like, I just need a price. I need an idea. Just give me an idea. And I'm like, okay, but just know that this isn't like based on like factual stuff. I'm just guessing because I'm not in front of my computer and running it through my system. So yeah, feel free to use these little tidbits. This is what I do, and it's been working for me like spectacularly. So feel free. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments about, anything that you should be asking on your form, or if it's a good idea, I'll be happy to answer it for you. So, yep, that's it for now, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.